AI is everywhere. And how does it do what it does? How does Netflix recommend the next movie? How does an autonomous car navigate the streets of San Francisco behind me? How do these algorithms know what they're doing?
This is Connect the Dots, the AI Impact Podcast. I'm Christoph Burkhardt. Welcome to the show.
Well, all AI systems in the world basically do the same thing, even though they generate very different outcomes, right? So some AI drives cars and another AI creates images and videos and text for you. Those all rely on the same principles though. And those principles are really the guidelines for an AI strategy that takes you into the future. One, all AI systems are looking for patterns. So they look in the data, they look in correlations, they look in statistics, they look what kind of pattern can we recognize, mostly patterns that humans would not recognize that easily. And then use these patterns to make predictions. And this is really what all AI systems are. They are prediction machines. And sometimes people confuse this with decision making. AI does not make decisions. AI automates predictions. And then there is a decision moment in which we automate decisions away where we do statistical analysis and we say, okay, this is so likely to be this option versus this option. You can decide for us. But the AI does not make critical decisions. Very important. It does predict. And this is the second part. So patterns first, then predictions. And out of these predictions, there's basically a prediction about how the world is going to create things, how events are going to unfold. And then, and this is the most crucial part for AI, and this makes the real difference to all data-driven technologies that we had so far, is that there is a feedback loop, meaning it usually learns from humans and their feedback whether the prediction was correct or not. So a self-driving car learned to drive by watching humans drive and then predict what they're going to do when they get to the next intersection, right? So how do they turn left if they want to go left? Well, I'm going to predict as the car, I'm going to predict based on the patterns that I've seen that this is what the humans are going to be doing. And then I get feedback by looking at the human and watching the human drive the car in the way that I predicted or in a different way. Either way, I'm learning whether my prediction model was correct, mainly saying that there are patterns that turn into predictions of how humans drive, and then the feedback helps me to hone in on that algorithm, to specify what that algorithm does. And Netflix does the same thing for movies. So we watch movies, Netflix learns what we like, what actors we like, what settings, what scenes, what music in the background, and it takes all of this and creates out of this pattern a prediction of what we might want to watch next. And it cannot only recommend what we want to watch next, it creates what we want to watch next, and then it shows it to us. And if we like it, basically through our feedback, whether we watch it or not, it learns whether the patterns and the predictions were correct. Now, for an AI strategy, and this is what we all need to do now, is to figure out, okay, where are patterns in what I do, in my work? Where are the patterns that I can give to a machine? How can I help it to understand the data that we're dealing with? Then how can this machine, in collaboration with me probably, make predictions? And then the most crucial part, and this is where most companies don't think far enough yet, is the feedback loop. So AI will only create that massive value that we're all after if we give feedback and we train the algorithms that are based on the data that we provide. Yes, you need good data and you need good algorithms. You need patterns and you need predictions. But what you also need is very clean, very substantial feedback. And you see big companies like Netflix, Amazon, they're all working with recommendation algorithms. They change their feedback loops, but they're always working with your feedback. Every click is a feedback. Every minute of a show you watch is feedback. And that feedback creates the algorithm that is so superior to human recommendation algorithms that we will rely on these machines to produce, to create, and to generate what we consume next.